part 3 on the series on the truth about willpower. Welcome to Life Study Library. This channel talks about these interesting and educational information about science and psychology that might greatly improve your life through the use of info from peer-reviewed scholarly articles and studies. We're currently talking about willpower and its correct way to view it and how to use it well according to scientific analysis. If it interests you, please check out the other 2 videos first, give them a like, subscribe to the channel, and share to others that this resource, exists. The first video of this series mainly talked about how ego depletion, the well-known phenomenon where your willpower depletes as you work hard on that endeavor, might have been incorrect. And the second video discussed how willpower, despite expectations, might be a limitless resource, and our motivational drive and focus don't disappear because it gradually drains. I've also talked about the hypothesized true state of what willpower actually is. Rather than expecting your willpower to decrease with effort or thinking about the most efficient way to use it, we should instead focus on coming up with strategies, assuming that there are different ways to use it. If willpower is truly an unlimited resource, a person's successful endeavor will most likely be due to common few tactics used properly at the right environment. So, what kind of specific strategies are available? Let's start by looking at a study done at Germany in 2012, taking 205 participants who were tasked to report how often they experienced an allure to do something within a day, like seeing an online ad that made them want to buy stuff. They also reported their perceived willpower usage to fight against that desire. The study aimed to find a commonality among the participants who successfully avoided these temptations. The result found a common behavior pattern of the participants who successfully did so, which was that they purposely avoided any potential triggers that could inflate their desires. This means that these people do not necessarily have more willpower than others, but they are systemizing their life so that they don't have to encounter a situation that might cause temptation. Similar effects were observed in a follow-up study on 2016, so this might be pretty useful. It's also similar to the implementation intention, or the if-then rule. If I feel lazing off while doing work, then I will stand up and take a walk. It seems clear that even adding a minor behavioral change can significantly impact your life decisions. Now, let's move on to a more anatomical concept. Another study was done at the University of Zurich using 43 participants who were all inserted a minor magnetic shock in their brain. The researchers studied their right temporal parietal junction, a part of the brain that is a key enabler to demonstrate emotions related to empathy or agreeableness. People with larger amount of gray matter in this area are usually high in moral and follows rules. However, by disrupting their RTPJ, participants became unable to resist temptations and became frequent rule breakers. Due to their lowered empathy or agreeableness level, the participants also saw a decrease in their self-control abilities. Despite the cause of the decrease being an electrical shock, this will also naturally happen due to factors like temptation. The relationship between levels of social ability and willpower has been frequently studied, as a study from 1989 that tested the willpower of drug addicts also claims a positive correlation between those who can and can't be in other people's shoes and their self-control abilities. Other positive emotions, like appreciation to others, can also boost your willpower. I might talk about that in the future. A third characteristic of a person with lots of willpower is that they are usually better at seeing the entire forest rather than a single tree. Those who are better at withstanding temptations are better able to think in abstract form by taking a third-person POV on the entirety of the topic rather than a single point. This occurrence is repeatedly found ever since the early 2000s, and the most prominent one being conducted at Ohio State University in 2006. The study divided the participants in 2 groups, with one of them thinking about the importance of having good health, aka looking at the forest, and the other group about the methods to become healthy, aka looking at the tree. They then did various tests to examine any changes in their behavior, which the researchers found that those who looked at the forest were more resistant to short-term temptations. Despite looking at the tree not being a bad idea, focusing on the entirety of the topic allows you to develop firm values on why the topic is important to you. You're pretty much personalizing the topic. So, the main 3 characteristics that people with strong willpower have are avoiding unnecessary risks, having lots of empathy and agreeableness, and looking at the bigger picture. While they are excellent general overview, they don't exactly allow you to develop specific strategies to develop strong willpower. I'm gonna dive into that aspect in the next video, so until I upload that one, you should watch another one of my video called Specific Techniques to Accomplish Your Goals. This video introduces you to one useful technique that helps you achieve goals without relying on your motivational power, called pre-commitment. Pre-commitment is basically about you initially restricting or eliminating your future choices to focus on what you want to do. Someone who wants to save money can set up an automatic transfer so the money goes straight to their savings, sparing them of getting tempted by money they can see and use. Pre-commitment is a tactic that even Google advises you to know of, and you can get pretty creative with how you set up the rule, but the details can be better learned through watching this video. If you want to know more about pre-commitment, I suggest you read The Procrastination Equation: How to Stop Putting Things Off and Start Getting Things Done by Piers. Thank you so much for watching until the end. Make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share to others that this channel exists. I've been Lye Yosh, and you've been watching Life Study Library.